Hey everyone, this is Tony Reeves and this is Reeves Point of View. Today we're going to talk about understanding the most you can get out of your legal case. One of the toughest things that I used to do when I was practicing law was managing expectations. That's something that they explain to attorneys. We do this all the time. Our responsibility is to make sure that the clients have a full appreciation of what they're getting into and what they're not getting out of it. And so when you find yourself in a situation, when you are being explained, here's why it's important for you to know these things. Because the simple fact of the matter is a lot of times, depending on the case you have, there's parameters in terms of what you can and what you can't do. And there's also parameters in terms of how much you can or how much you can't get. So sometimes what happens, especially if you see cases, you'll see this in auto accidents, slip and falls, there's this thought in the back of your mind that, oh my gosh, I've got the golden egg, it's time to ride out. And unfortunately, what ends up happening is that the person gets disappointed when they start to realize that the scope of what they're able to go for is limited. It may be limited because of the actual damage to self. It may be limited because maybe you're in a jurisdiction where there are unique legal nuances. You may be dealing with a situation where the money that you get access to may not be as much as you thought it was. If you're dealing with an insurance policy, the policy limits may not be that great. Or if you decide you're going to sue somebody individually, maybe they decide to file bankruptcy to protect themselves. A lot of times I tell people it's important to remember that in any case that you have where you're looking for a particular outcome, don't go in thinking that when you file suit, you're automatically going to be in the money if this thing goes the way you want to. Because sometimes there are a lot of things out there that you're not aware of that may dictate what you can and you can't get. I've also seen this happen in class actions, where you see these commercials for these huge dollar amounts of class actions, and people are like, oh great, I'm a part of the class. But then they don't realize a part of a class is there's a lot of people in the class. And sometimes depending upon the situation itself, if you meet certain criteria, some of your criteria may dictate you may not be entitled to as much as other members of the class as well. This is why it's important anytime you decide to take advantage of the legal process, you stop for a second and embrace and get a full appreciation of what the most you can get out of it, so that you're not going into this thinking that you're going to get this lottery because you're in this situation, when at the end of the day you may only find yourself in a position getting substantially less than what you thought. Hey everyone, this is Tony Reeves. If you like my content or have any suggestions, please let me know, and by all means, make sure you share. The only way I can get my word out is you help me get the word out as well.